In this demonstration, we'll explore a human trafficking investigation where we attempt to identify traffickers based on information imported from multiple data sources, including commercial ads and police records. We start here on the DataWalk Universe Viewer, which provides a visual representation for all the data in the system. Each of these icons represents a data set, which is comprised of data from one or more sources, and the lines indicate the connections between those data sets. DataWalk can scale to handle many billions of records, and for this example we have anonymized data sets of about 1 billion backpage ads, 500 million Craigslist ads, several million public records, and statistics from the NHTRC. The public records, source ads, and articles were imported as API files and via an open source web scraper installed as a Google Chrome add-on. This extracts specific information from ads as designated by the user. In this case, we opted to capture data including categories, titles, content, nicknames, phone numbers, and locations. Scraped data was extracted to CSV format and then quickly ingested into DataWalk. Based on this, we created a unique data set that contains the email addresses and phone numbers from the ads. We supplemented the data set with public records information, police reports, and financial data. At any point during our analysis, we can review and make changes to this source data via the table view. DataWalk provides a unique risk scoring capability which can be used to identify ads and people most likely linked to human trafficking networks. Users can easily define these scores without needing any technical skills. Here a list of potential traffickers is available from the DataWalk Universe Viewer and from the Instant Analyses panel. For our example, a score was generated across 24 different analyses, and specific weights have been assigned to each of these. We leverage expert publications which have defined human trafficking terms, and we supplemented this list by tagging other words which may indicate trafficking. For example, we have defined our score to measure when the ads in specific categories contain she instead of I, new to the game, and so forth. We generated separate rules which measure criminal history data, known association to a trafficking network, and suspicious financial records including frequent payments for online advertisements or hotel stays, or significant cash deposits within the last month. By generating a score across a combination of these rules, we can quickly identify those which are the most suspicious of human trafficking. This shows how scores are easily generated and how analysts can easily see how scores are calculated. Now we'll investigate one of the highest scores, which suggests a high potential of trafficking. Back on the Universe Viewer, we see our potential trafficker in the ADE dataset, and we see that some of his attributes such as phone number or email are related with two records in the crimes dataset, which are associated with one individual, Larry Jackson. Reviewing details on a histogram, we immediately see that Larry Jackson was previously arrested for financial crimes and solicitation within the last few months. Now we can go in depth and review his dossier, which provides a single view of desired data from our various data sources, providing a single common view. Since this individual was previously arrested for a financial crime, we can review associated transactions and accounts that were processed during the previous investigation. Going back to the Universe Viewer, we focus on those transactions that were generated for the last 4 months. And instantly we see 30 transactions associated with 8 accounts. Now we visualize these accounts and their transactions on a flowchart, which is an advanced version of a link chart. And now we see our main actors and how the money is flowed. Funds originated from Expectance Limited and were transferred to the accounts of Larry Jackson, our person of interest. This individual then made multiple transactions paying for ads on Backpage, Craigslist, and other properties. Now, as we've identified a high-scoring individual who funnels money to Backpage and other online bulletin boards, we save our analysis, and we create an investigation folder for this case. In this folder we can save analyses, notes, documents, and any other desired information about this investigation, and we can privately share this folder with other colleagues who have the appropriate privileges. Now we want to check if the subject's business, Expectance Limited, is associated with public records from the white pages or other public data. To do this, we return to the Entities dataset, going directly to the Public Records dataset, and instantly we see one record. Reviewing this record on a histogram, we see some attributes, however there's no information about the business profile. Now to get additional insight, we can try visualizing it on a map, and then on Street View, where we see a green building, probably our business of interest, out in a remote area. Nearby on a billboard we see that this is a gentleman's club, which in this case further raises suspicion. We add this finding to our investigation folder, adding this item and noting place to check, expectance limited is a gentleman's club. We can attach a print screen from Street View or any other associated files for use by our surveillance team or other colleagues. Finally, we can check whether the phone number associated with this gentleman's club is used for posting other business ads. And immediately we see several postings associated with that phone number. These include advertising for housing, which might be used for attracting potential victims. Our findings illustrate a very suspicious set of circumstances which suggest human trafficking. Having identified Larry Jackson as a suspect, the decision is made to bring him in for an interview.